Okay, here we are. We're doing some, I guess what I can call Electone Preservation Society videos on some of these classic 1970s machines that a few of us are trying to, I guess, put onto videotape and kind of remember and maybe store for future generations. A hobby or a passion that some of us enjoyed and that are still enjoying to this day. In this particular instance, we're going to have a look at the Yamaha Electone D-80, manufactured originally in 1977. Just excuse the crudity of the video. I am going to reach over and try to do as much with my left hand here as possible. Now, this particular model has the adjoining Yamaha TM5 tone cabinet. I was lucky to find this in the local buy and sell, and I managed to scoop that for $100, and it has really increased the horsepower of this organ. So I guess what we'll do first is we'll go ahead and roll up the flip top here. A lot of Electones from this era had the flip top on it, and then we'll have a general look at the organ here. Basically off to the left side we have the rhythm unit, the tremolo section, some of the controls for sustain, reverb, manual balance. Along the top is the typical Yamaha style tab controls for the analog organs of the time. Starting off here on the left, it's your upper manual, and then some upper orchestra on the left, and then we have some presets like trumpet, clarinet, that you can use on the upper manual. Then you have your upper presets, and then that's your lower keys, and finally your pedals. So I guess what we'll do is we'll flip the power here. And when I flip on the power of the D-80, it automatically turns on the TM5. I thought we'll have a look at the TM5 here because it's quite the beastie. It's got a grill on here that comes off. It's just held on by Velcro. And the TM5 is actually all electronic. It's solid state. It's not like a Leslie speaker that has a rotating speaker at the top and a rotating drum on the bottom. This unit is dual channel. The top channel is your tremolo, and the bottom channel is just your regular. So what you have here is most of your bass and rhythm sounds come out of the bottom, and your organ sounds come up top. The unit has a digital tremolo and chorus on it, and what it does is it actually rotates, so to speak, electronically between the right and left mid-range channels up there, and what you get is that reverberation effect. Those speakers are angled out at 45 degrees, and so you get that kind of that Leslie feeling from it. So that's the TM5. Let's put the grill back on here. And get back to the Electone here. And I guess the first thing we'll look at, mostly when you have an Electone of this age, it's nice just to play with the flute sounds. And it's something this machine has in abundance, is flute sounds. Nice flute sounds, and that's just coming out of the main channel there. What we're going to do here, if I don't fall over, is turn on the Rotary Channel here. So when I flip down the tab, get into rotary mode, and that, if you want to have a listen here, this is the regular speaker. And now we're going to the Rotary Channel, and a lot of that the Rotary Channel come out of that TM5. And when we flip on the chorus, you get that rotating sound. Turn on the tremolo, it should really spin now. So that's the wonderful flute sounds you can get out of this thing. It's not a Hammond. No one ever said it should be a Hammond or should sound like a Hammond, but you can get some nice organ sounds out of it. You can flip that tremolo off and get that rotating sound. So that's basically the flute sounds, organ sounds on it. And then what we also have on this machine is what they call upper orchestra, which was later called the custom presets. And they're part of the pass system. Yamaha had an analog pass synthesis at this time. It's kind of, you know, archaic as far as today's technology is concerned. So let's try that trumpet there. Definitely a sound from the past. Clarinet. And some of the old synthesizer sounds. It's just a funny sound. Another thing that's very interesting about this machine, and the DK40 before it and the D-85 after it, was the addition of the third solo keyboard, which is really quite the analog synthesizer here. You got a selection of quite a few sounds on this. I'll let you hear a few of them, and they're controlled up here on this tiny little keyboard. The keyboard is velocity sensitive, so you can actually control how much vibrato you get by vibrating the keyboard back and forth. As you can see, the whole keyboard moves left and right. Some other sounds on here are some reed sounds. And another funny sound. Something must have been pretty funny in the 70s. And some really bad guitars. A little feature on these machines was the actually something that kind of disappeared on Yamaha Electones is the Portamento feature, which has kind of like a sliding glide onto your sounds here, such like a trumpet or something. And you get brilliance and mellow on there. And you can control the speed and the delay on your vibrato. Alright, one other thing we should look at here is the very archaic sounding rhythm unit. Not too many of these rhythms here are really worth using. The jazz rock's not bad, it just keeps a nice steady beat. There's no sequencer. There's no fill-in, there's no intro, it's just a beat. It does have a kick pedal. If you look down here, you can kind of see that the pedal down there allows me to kick the rhythm on and kick it off. And that's about the extent of that feature in the rhythm unit. You know, and other than your jazz rock, you got your jazz rock too. And you have variations of these. Not bad. I mean, supposedly if you want to just keep beat with some of your tunes, you can do that. Slow rock's actually not bad. You're also hearing the TM5, which adds quite a bit more bass to the kick drum, so it actually sounds a little bit better than the D-80 by itself. So that gives you a real brief tour of this organ, other than some of the features here on the lower right-hand quadrant, which are your sustain, response, and you can turn your tremolo speed up and down by a knob over there, and some features like your damper and glide. And it does have an arpeggio on this machine, but it is really archaic, unlike the D-85 where it got a little bit more sophisticated. So that, in a nutshell, is the Yamaha D-80. I'll try to post a video of an actual performance on this machine soon. Hopefully you'll tune in for that. Thanks a lot.